1 year ago, the world watched in horror as conflict erupted once again between Israel and Hamas. The echoes of that conflict still reverberate today. The Gaza Strip, a densely populated Palestinian territory, remains scarred by the violence. Israel, still grappling with the trauma of the initial attack, faces difficult questions about its response. The international community struggles to find a path towards a lasting peace. The ceasefire, while holding, remains fragile. Tensions remain high. Both sides are wary of reigniting the conflict. The underlying issues that sparked the violence remain unresolved. These issues include the status of Jerusalem, the Palestinian right of return, and the ongoing blockade of Gaza. The situation is further complicated by internal divisions. Within both Israeli and Palestinian societies, there are deep disagreements about the best way forward. This makes finding common ground and negotiating a lasting peace even more challenging. The international community faces the daunting task of mediating between the two sides. They must address the humanitarian crisis in Gaza while working towards a political solution. The stakes are high and the path forward is fraught with difficulty, yet the pursuit of peace remains as urgent as ever. The Gaza Strip, once a vibrant hub of Palestinian life, now lies in ruins. The war has left an indelible mark on its infrastructure and its people. Homes, schools, hospitals all bear the scars of conflict. The scale of destruction is staggering, a testament to the ferocity of the fighting. The impact on Gaza's infrastructure is catastrophic. Power grids are crippled, leaving much of the territory in darkness. Water treatment plants are damaged, leading to shortages of clean water. Hospitals, overwhelmed with casualties, struggle to cope with the influx of patients. The destruction of homes has forced thousands of Gazans into displacement. Families huddle in makeshift shelters, their lives upended by the conflict. The psychological toll of the war is immeasurable. Children traumatized by the violence bear invisible scars that may never fully heal. In the aftermath of the conflict, satellite imagery provides a stark and undeniable account of the devastation in Gaza. These images, captured from space, offer a bird's-eye view of the destruction, revealing the true extent of the damage. The images show entire neighborhoods reduced to rubble. Buildings once teeming with life are now hollow shells. The once bustling streets are eerily deserted, littered with debris. The sheer scale of the destruction is difficult to comprehend, even from this detached vantage point. The satellite imagery serves as a stark reminder of the human cost of the conflict. Each pixel represents a life disrupted, a home destroyed, a future uncertain. These images are a call to action for the international community, a plea for aid, for reconstruction, for peace. The conflict in Gaza has ignited a fierce debate within the United States. Public opinion, once steadfastly pro-Israel, is beginning to shift. Americans are increasingly troubled by the images of destruction coming out of Gaza and are questioning the human cost of the conflict. This shift in public opinion is reflected in the halls of Congress. Lawmakers, once hesitant to criticize Israel, are now voicing concerns about the disproportionate use of force in Gaza. Some are calling for a re-evaluation of US military aid to Israel, arguing that it should be contingent on Israel's commitment to peace. The Biden administration faces a delicate balancing act. It must maintain its strong alliance with Israel, while also addressing the growing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The administration's response will have far-reaching implications for the future of US foreign policy in the Middle East. Section 5. A humanitarian crisis unfolding. The war has exacerbated an already dire humanitarian situation in Gaza. The Strip was already grappling with poverty, unemployment, and a crumbling infrastructure. The recent conflict has pushed the territory to the brink of collapse. The most pressing need is for medical supplies and equipment. Hospitals, overwhelmed with casualties, are running low on essential drugs and supplies. The shortage of clean water and sanitation facilities is raising fears of a public health crisis. The international community has responded with pledges of aid. However, getting that aid into Gaza remains a challenge. The ongoing blockade restricts the flow of goods and people, hindering relief efforts. Section 6. The daunting task of rebuilding Gaza. Rebuilding Gaza after the latest conflict is a monumental challenge. The scale of destruction is immense, and the task is further complicated by the ongoing blockade and the lack of financial resources. The international community has pledged billions of dollars in reconstruction aid. However, these funds must be managed effectively and transparently to ensure that they reach those in need. The reconstruction effort must go beyond simply rebuilding physical infrastructure. It must also address the underlying causes of the conflict, such as poverty, unemployment, and the lack of opportunity. Section 7. The future of Gaza uncertainty looms. The future of Gaza hangs in the balance. The ceasefire, while fragile, offers a glimmer of hope. However, the underlying issues that have fueled decades of conflict remain unresolved. The path forward is fraught with challenges. The international community must work tirelessly to mediate between the two sides and find a lasting solution. A failure to do so will only condemn Gaza to further cycles of violence and despair. Section 8. A glimmer of hope. Paths to peace. Despite the devastation and despair, there are glimmers of hope. Civil society organizations, both in Israel and Palestine, are working tirelessly to build bridges of understanding and promote peace. These organizations are engaging in dialogue, promoting cultural exchange, and advocating for a peaceful resolution to the conflict. Their efforts, while often overlooked, are essential to creating a more hopeful future for both Israelis and Palestinians. The international community must support these grassroots efforts and work to create the conditions necessary for a lasting peace. This includes addressing the root causes of the conflict, promoting economic development, and ensuring that all people in the region have the opportunity to live in dignity and security.